Breaking today. Naga Munchetty accused of being the bully of BBC Breakfast in an explosive front page expose in the Sun newspaper, which has a whole load of experts asking whether this BBC star is being protected because she's a woman. We're going to look in just one moment at some of Naga's most uncomfortable on-screen moments. But first, let me take you through the story. So the Sun reports that BBC star Naga Munchetty has been hauled in by bosses over allegations she bullied a junior staffer and made an off-air sex jibe. She also is said to have accused a junior staffer of stealing from her. They report Naga Munchetty reprimanded by bosses over 2 incidents in 3 years. The star was also hauled in over a sex jibe made on Radio 5 Live. Now, it comes, of course, as Breakfast editor, we spoke about this earlier in the week, Richard Frediani took leave amid separate bullying claims. Naga is said to have used a cruised slang term for a sex act during an off-air ad break before asking a colleague if they had done it. The alleged remarks stunned the Radio 5 Live studio and led to the star being hauled before bosses. She was reprimanded by a senior producer, but no formal action was taken. The comment became widely known at 5 Live, with one source describing the 2022 incident as crass, inappropriate, and wildly unprofessional. The person felt embarrassed. The Sun has also revealed today that on BBC Breakfast last year, she was rapped for the alleged bullying of a woman who was the most junior staffer. As part of the alleged bullying, the star is said to have falsely accused her of stealing, which led to a closed-door showdown. The source said it was humiliating. There was no evidence, no apology. The woman left not long after, completely demoralised. Another insider added, that wasn't an isolated incident. It really is the tip of the iceberg. Now, the background to this, according to The Sun, is that Munchetty is the first female presenter to be caught up in this series of scandals which have gripped the Beeb. Strictly's Giovanni Paneche and Graziano De Prima had to leave over bullying claims. Wyn Evans quit the live tour over the word spit roast, which can be a sexual reference, but the BBC is now facing questions of double standards. A Breakfast insider said if a male presenter made a sexual comment like that, or falsely accused someone of theft, he'd be out the door, but with Naga, it gets brushed off. And all a BBC spokesperson has said today, while we do not comment on individual cases, we take all complaints about conduct at work extremely seriously. Well, let me turn to my superstar panel now, June Slater and Lilani Dowding. Lilani, it's very clear they don't take it extremely seriously if you happen to be a protected species at the BBC. And who are the protected species? Someone who is a non-white female presenter. Because I'm sorry, if Naga Munchetty was a man and she had made that type of sex jibe, just like Wyn Evans did, it was just a joke, he was gone. He'll never work at the BBC again. He's suicidal over it, you know? But she's also bullying a junior member of staff, which I just think is the worst possible thing, Lilani. Now, look, I will stress, innocent until proven guilty. However, does it not look like there are serious double standards going on here? Can you believe that more than half of you are watching this video but not subscribed? So please do me a huge favour, click the subscribe button now, turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to all of our brand new Outspoken videos.
Oh, without a doubt, it's serious double standards, and that's to be expected from the BBC. She's a minority. She's not white, and she's female. So, you know, it's how can they get rid of her? So, yeah, we got to look at the double standards. I'm so glad I don't actually know who she is because I don't watch the BBC and I don't pay for a TV license, and I never will. So I'm happy with that. But what I do think, though, is they do get really silly about like these like bullying things or a joke thing. And what I will say is, yes, there's double standards, but I don't think that those men should have been fired over a joke. You know, people make inappropriate jokes all the time. Back in the day, it used to be all right. I mean, you know, this was 3 years ago. Why is it suddenly appearing now? So I think, yeah, double standards at the BBC, but I just think all of it's nonsense. I'm just, you know, so sick of it. When it's serious things like Jimmy Savile and Hugh Edwards, then I expect serious action and proper headlines and for things not to be covered up. But, all of this needs to be held and sorted out in-house, really.
I mean, June Slater, I do agree with Lilani that you shouldn't be sacked for a joke. But I mean, Lawrence Fox was. I was sacked for laughing at a joke, for God's sake. And it was the BBC that were leading the charge against us. It was the BBC who demanded we be removed from the airwaves. But when it's one of their own, when it's a mixed race female, they do not give a damn, June.
Well, I think it must be a dismal place to work for a start, because you must be walking on eggshells, wondering if you've got it right, and you can't have a joke about things. So I'm pretty liberal in the way I think, and I'm too old to even change into what would fit it. I'm unemployable, so it's probably just
Join the club. We all are.
But I think her background, female, mixed race, she's ticking a few boxes there for the BBC. They're not going to do anything, are they? And
no.
Realistically,
but how can a woman like her be bullying a junior staff member, June, falsely accusing her of stealing? I mean, that's the lowest of the low. These guys, and remember, I worked in mainstream TV for a long time. Those junior staffers, June, they usually get paid between 18 to, say, £20,000 a year. Their job is to go and get your coffee, print out your scripts. They are there on the ground doing everything they can to make your life easy. Why on earth would you bully a vulnerable person like that?
Yeah, they're vulnerable, aren't they? They're just starting out in their careers, hoping to make something of themselves in the media. And I'm sorry, but these people on news channels, the ego, I mean, who are you really? What have you actually done? You're reading a script that probably you might have written or someone else has written. You're delivering a narrative. You're not even sourcing proper news. You're dealing with mostly vanilla topics. And you're not that special. That's the thing. And I've got to say, with channels like yours and Winston Marshall and quite a few other podcasters, we don't need you.
No.
You're in the terminal. It's the end of the line.
Totally.
You just can't see it yet.
Totally. It's the arrogance, exactly, the arrogance of thinking that you should have a huge phalanx of staff who's doing everything for you anyway. No, I mean, I couldn't agree more. Look, the thing about Naga Munchetty is it's hard to watch her on screen and not see the fact that she does have it in her personality in some way to be that slightly difficult character. I've got a couple of examples for us to look at. Do you remember? Do you remember the moment when Charlie State was left horrified when she went on an anti-ice cream rant, leaving the business reporter completely speechless? But first, do you know how often I talk about the need for free speech to be protected? Well, I've been increasingly thinking lately of the need for personal protection from snoopers, bad actors, and hackers online, and I'm delighted to tell you I've found the fail-safe solution. But what's more, this VPN, or virtual private network to use the full term, is also a life changer when it comes to providing you entertainment and information from anywhere in the world, wherever you are. Let me introduce you to Surfshark, an incredible and easy-to-use service that encrypts all your internet traffic, meaning your online activity stays safe so you can shop, stream, browse, and conduct your banking online in complete privacy. But the benefits of Surfshark go way beyond keeping you safe online. It allows you access to your favourite entertainment and news shows and channels like streaming services, Hulu, iPlayer, HBO Max, Peacock. Or if your favourite show happens to be blocked or geo-blocked on Netflix or Amazon Prime or Disney+, within seconds you can be watching just like you're in another country. If you're travelling for work or on holiday, you can also get all your favourite content from home, including sports. This is an insurance policy against creeping censorship in many countries. Watch anywhere, anytime. It is true freedom. And you know I'm all about freedom. A VPN can save you money too, because you know you can get the best deals from websites. Some websites actually change their prices depending on where you're buying from. So it's very helpful on that front too. And you can use Surfshark on unlimited devices, meaning your entire household can stay safe with just one subscription. And with over 3,200 servers in over 100 countries, there is a world of choice at your fingertips with 24/7 customer service if this happens to be your first time using a VPN. So go to surfshark.com/outspoken and you'll get an extra 4 months of Surfshark at an unbeatable price. What's more, Surfshark's so confident that it is the best VPN in the world. It is. I use it wherever I am. You can give it a try for a full 30 days, and if you're not entirely satisfied, your money will be returned. So go to surfshark.com/outspoken for an extra 4 months of Surfshark at an unbeatable price, or just click on the link in the description box below. But now, back to the show.
I wish you were here now.
I don't like ice cream, Hannah.
You don't like ice cream,
No.
but you just said pistachio.
If I had to eat an ice cream for the rest of my life, it would be pistachio flavour, but I don't like cold food.
Do you like brownies?
Not so much. But, you know, we'll get to know each other, Hannah. And you'll find out a lot.
Look at Hannah's
Likes
face.
ice cream. You'll get more.
So definitely I won't be bringing brownies into the office then.
No, everyone else does. Don't let me deny the rest of the office. Hannah, it's been great talking to you. I'm glad you're enjoying the ice cream. Certainly needed in this weather. Take care.
I'm having a great time, yeah.
Thanks. Hannah being sent. Imagine that. Oh, business correspondent. What's your job? I've got to be sent to an ice cream factory, and you actually like an ice cream parlour.
Do you think you rather brought the tone down then?
Oh,
by
be
saying-
quiet. Come on.
Well, but Hannah
I
was-
apologise.
She was working hard, doing the story, and then... time now for a look at the headlines where you are this morning.
I mean, it's also fair to say there is no love lost. No love lost between Charlie State and Naga Munchetty. And is it surprising after moments like this?
You would hear the voice later, and can you look interested? I'll look this way. Which camera? So the interesting thing here is that one thing is, which is it, camera 3? What am I? What, 4? No, I wanted a single because I think we just need to remove. There we are. The interesting thing you'll be asking at home is, what is the effect of that on a conversation you might have on Mars? So the effect of that is, one, you wouldn't hear the voice. You wouldn't hear the voice as quickly. It would take a while to travel, and also it would be quite a bit quieter. So now you know. If you're having a conversation on Mars shortly, we know the official details on that.
I'm sweating.
It's nice when people pay attention, isn't it, what you're saying? It really is. Have you got a story?
And remember the time when she made Jerry Halliwell, or Jerry Horner now, ex-Spice Girl, or current Spice Girl actually, always Ginger Spice, feel really uncomfortable?
Because you've come in making sure you've done your research on us as well.
Well, I
haven't
think
you?
it's polite.
Also
It is
pointing your
polite,
finger quite
and-
a lot, to be honest.
What do you?
That
do
really,
you-
I'm so sorry, Charlie.
Do you not like being interviewed?
Do you know, I like communication. I don't mind.
Leave Jerry alone. Lilani Downing, I would argue that the BBC Breakfast sofa is the unhappiest place in British television.
Oh, it's very uncomfortable, isn't it? Very
Yeah.
uncomfortable. It's not very inviting. And you know what, Dan, I have to say, and going back to your point about what happened to you on GB News, yeah, absolutely. The BBC did lead the way on that. And I would have actually liked to see a letter from GB News, like what the Great British Pack wrote about you and the presenters, about how they would stick by you guys no matter what. It would have been nice to see that, because, you know, they didn't. And like you said, the mainstream really led the way on getting you lot down over just laughing at a simple joke. And really, I don't think it, as a woman, it was even that offensive at all. That there's plenty of men that wouldn't shag me, I tell you.
I don't know any of them, Lilani, I have to say, unless they happen to be gay. June Slater, what did you make of those uncomfortable moments? I mean, there's definitely tension, right, on that show. You can see it on screen, which makes, I think, these reports much more valid.
You'll notice on the one where he asked for a single camera, her laughing got automatically louder. Did you notice that?
Oh,
She was
yes.
laughing, and then when he asked for a single camera, she got louder. So she still had some, it wasn't just a solace on him. I think she's very contrived. I think this where she looks like she's losing it or being a bit outrageous. I think it's contrived to try and make herself look a bit edgy. She's about as edgy as a cream cake. It's just not. There's no edge to her, is there? She's not exactly a pie crust. I'm sorry, but these people are so lame and dull. Dull is what they are, and they get guests on like Jerry Halliwell, who could bring. She's attractive, she's articulate, she's had an interesting life, and what she's trying to do. What is she trying to do? Diss her? She's looking to speak to people like that. You know, Jerry's done quite a few different things with charities. She's not just been a Spice Girl, and you know, I just think that I think she's false. That's how she comes across to me.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've interviewed Jerry Halliwell numerous times, right? And she is a really lovely person to interview. Okay, like some celebrities are nightmares. Some celebrities are absolute nightmares. But to make Jerry Halliwell feel that uncomfortable, honestly, she's like the dream interview. And they didn't like the fact that she'd done a bit of research on them. That's actually quite a polite thing to do, I think, when the celebrity has actually looked into who you are, understands who you are. I don't just want to go on a show, on a podcast with someone who I don't know. So I just think that was all about trying to make Jerry Halliwell look small. And that is something, I hate to say it, that is something bullies do. That is something bullies do. I will say though, Naga Munchetty has a very lovely husband who is a technical guy, but one of the big time technical guys. And he worked at GB News for a very long time, was treated appallingly by GB News, and then went over to help set up. Do you remember when Talk became a big TV thing? It didn't last for long, but he did all of that. So he's a very nice guy. So I should just put on the record there. I like to be transparent that I do know Naga Munchetty's husband. I've only personally met Naga Munchetty once, but I do know her husband, and he is a very, very lovely man. And you two are very, very lovely women. Thank you so much. Love having you back. June Slater, Leilani Downing. Leilani's been having a little operation on your sinuses. All okay, Leilani? I know people thought you'd had a nose job, right?
I know. It's like I have no bruising, which actually shocked me. But no, it was to open up my sinuses. So it's the first time I've actually been able to sit here and do an interview without a runny nose. And it's been so lovely. I've not had to like bend down and
that's nice. That's nice for June and I too, I'll say.
Yeah. Yes.
No, so great to have you back.
It's good. I can breathe.
So great to have you back. And of course, you've got to follow Leilani Dowding on X and make sure you subscribe to June Slater. Must watch on YouTube and Facebook, and of course on X as well. Thank you both so much. Hope to speak very soon. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.